but no bidding. Howdy, 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 nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this, a brand new day with my fan on in the window, fan on in the hall. It's gonna get hot today. Oh boy, but it is summer. And I have a doctor's appointment. I have to leave here at 9 o'clock to get there at 10, approximately. It takes about 45 minutes to get there. It is 7 o'clock now. Oh boy. They're going to talk about my MRI and all that. This is spinal I'm going to see. So hopefully not terrible news. I know it's not going to be wonderful news, but hopefully not terrible news. I mean, I have talked about before how my ulnar nerve right down here is a line of fire running my fingers down like this. It's not unhappy nerve there. And my nerve that runs down here, it's still a line of fire if I touch them. So that's not good. And I already know my neck is a mess, so it's probably even more of a mess by this time. Thumbs up. Again, like I said yesterday, hopefully not going to need anything like surgery, because I don't really want surgery. I don't want to go under the knife, not at my age. Oh boy. So thumbs up on that. Otherwise, though, going to find out what's going on. On the 28th, I have my other appointment to see my new doctor. When I last saw them, and they had a blood draw and a urinalysis thing to see, because I have concerns about my kidney. My nose is itchy. I'm so sorry. I have concerns about my kidney, so urinalysis to see if there's like blood and all that going in there. They said if there were like any big things about like my blood sugars or my cholesterol that they'd give me a call. They never gave me a call. I can only assume that things are at least halfway okay. And so on the 28th I'll find out about all my blood stuff. Thumbs up. And of course my arm is still sore. Not major, not mega. You know, I'm still waving it around like I just don't care. It's only like about a pound or two heavier than normal. Very, very minor sprains. Past that, feeling pretty. I'm not just gonna throw it out there like I have in the past. I'm still very careful because I don't want to irritate the nerve any more than I have to. But it is doing so much better. The symptoms have subsided quite a bit, and that's a good thing. So yeah, I gotta go walkies here in 2 hours, and then walk back, and it's gonna be bright and sunny and hot today, so thumbs up. Oh well, life is life. I gotta remember to buy some stuff for the guinea pigs too. They're not my guinea pigs, but my housemates, they don't take care of them in any way, shape, or form anymore. I mean, I don't blame them. They live right now with their dog at a relative's place, and it's miles and miles and miles out. They're not going to come in just to take care of their guinea pigs. And I don't mind taking care of the guinea pigs. I just don't have a lot of money to spend on them. But they need food like hay, pellets, or lettuce or something. So I don't want them to starve. So yay on that. Still though, I mean, we're all alive, and that's a good thing. I do enjoy metabolizing. Taking a look on the rest of my list. Oh boy. Huge blister on the bottom of one of my toes. Unfortunately, on the right side of my foot, one part of my toe, one of my toes goes partially underneath the other toe, just because that's the way life happens as you go through it. And the pressure of this one toe coming down on that one little bit that protrudes underneath, that always blisters up. So it's a big old blister on the side of my toe. Very unpleasant, hasn't burst yet, so yay, but that's fun. Same toe, of course, with that bit of flesh, so it does that a lot. That's where the last one was. Yay, blisters. I don't know what to do to not have that happen. I mean, my toe goes underneath my other toe, so you can't just not have that. That's like, oh, I'll just stop cutting my fingernails because I want it to stop growing. Yeah, it doesn't work that way. So yay on that. Still, it's going to be fun. Now as well. Yesterday I talked about this one person's video, Solid JJ, where they take still clips from like Saturday morning old time superhero stuff with like Batman, Green Lantern, the Flash, etc., putting the text on it, just still shots, and then voicing this stuff. I watched one this morning. I laughed like an idiot all the way through it. I have kept laughing each time I rewatched it. One of the running jokes is, it's like a guy doing this, and so the guy voices everything. And when there's been like Wonder Woman on the screen, it just says something at the bottom about not having a female voice actor, and so there's no lines for Wonder Woman, but lines for everyone else. On this one, when they showed Wonder Woman there, all of the good guys and good people were saying, "Oh, I'm this, I'm this, I'm this." And then it was a robotic AI type voice for Wonder Woman going, "And I am fully voice acted by a woman." It wasn't, you could tell. So that was a good joke. I like that, making fun of themselves. That's definitely a thumbs up. But it was the Justice League, Flash, Green Lantern, Superman, and Batman was trying to join the group, and there might have been Wonder Woman and someone else, but there was evil Superman, who had come from the evil dimension, bringing the evil Justice League with him. So he was evil Superman, and evil Flash was, instead of being the fastest, "I am the slowest." Only they made that into a running joke thing as well. So Flash, because he just went, "I," go, "Is he okay?" Yeah, he gets like that. It's best to just talk around him. And then we go, "am," while everyone's just going, "Yeah, okay," and then continuing from there. Hal Jordan, the evil Green Lantern, loved the color yellow. And then evil Batman and Robin. Batman says, "I and Robin maintain a thoroughly professional and non-romantic relationship." At which point the background music stops and everyone sort of just kind of goes, that doesn't sound good. There are exact opposites, Batman. No, Robin and I aren't doing this. I don't know why he would say that. But yeah. And so later on, the evil Batman, who is the exact opposite of all of them, was saying segregation is terrible and a horrible thing to do to people, which is true. Which meant Batman, so they're all going, "Oh God." And evil Superman is just kind of going, look, I don't know. Look, I see what you're saying now. As Batman is just getting dug deeper and deeper into this pit where, evil Robin says, "And definitely Batman doesn't force me into a birdcage and only my underwear when he's punishing me." And they're all just going, "Oh my God, oh my God." He's like, no, you're all wrong. This is just, we've got to take on the evil Superman and defeat them. They're trying to get into our heads. At which point the evil Batman says, I definitely believe that the Earth is round and not flat." At which point there's a lot of silence, and then Batman says, "Okay, just listen to me for a minute." At which point everyone starts talking again, and the evil Superman, just this appalled look on his face, is just going, "Oh, what is even happening? This is insane." Because the revelations coming out about the good guys and the bad guys. Well, the bad guys are coming out pretty good, and the good guy, well, Batman especially, is like, "Oh my." And I laughed all the way through this. This person does a really good job. Look up Solid JJ, just the two initials, Solid and then JJ, like J. Jonah Jameson, JJJ, except just two, JJ. Very good stuff. Funny as all get out. Past that, the only real thing I've got to talk about here is yesterday Floramu had mentioned in the comments, because I have mentioned before, and I had a deeper understanding of what happened when the explosions, the mega cannons underneath the city that no one realized were mega cannons, where the major one fired up underneath the center of the city, taking a 3x3 block out underneath it, and then 4 other spots around the city. Yes, they had a very, very good idea that I should watch some videos on actual real-life explosive things. I remember the Beirut 2020, I think it was, mentioned in comments, where like a big fireworks thing went off. That was a terrifying explosion. I saw videos from that of people in apartment buildings watching the shockwave come towards them. That was like, oh boy. So yeah, I've tried to incorporate a little bit of real life stuff in it, and then, you know, the shockwave is going to blast out windows in the city here, but largely because of real life tragedies where there's real explosions and real stuff that kills real people. That is definitely why I've tried to make this into gigantic mega cannons underneath the city, because that is not real. I mean, they aren't really mega cannons. They were built to try and stabilize the area geographically, and it worked. It's just that the lunatics who made all this stuff, not their fault. But they designed these in such a way, they were being manipulated, so that when they were finished, and then 100 years later, they were gigantic cannons directly aiming straight upward with all of this stuff underneath. So when the natural gas explosions happened underneath here, yeah, they were just cannon/shotgun barrels going straight up. And the thing about the Razor's Edge is, because you can only travel via glamour, which is just, you make a mental connection with something. And glamours can be anything. It can be anywhere from a molecule to a mountain. Now, the thing about it is, yeah, sure, an air molecule could be a glamour. But the larger something is, and the more solid something is, the greater its chance of being a glamour. Air molecules, you're not really going to hit a glamour with those and be able to travel. A large stone that is very stable, yeah, if it's big as a house or larger, yeah, it's going to be very, very stable, and you can use it as a glamour. That is just, your head has a phone book of directories in this genetic structure that you have if you're on the razor's edge of the inside. And you, with this phone book, if you think of an area that you've been with, your head is trying to spark outward. The location that you're at is, that you want to go to is constantly sparking outward. When your phone book connects with the area, that line goes up, connects through, and you are effectively traveling along a cord, a rope, a guideline, where you have a hook around it, and you're just walking along the guideline. It takes you from layer to layer to layer to layer to layer as you travel through micro layers to get where you're going. But for every kilometer you traverse as you're traveling, you go 1 kilometer to get where you're going. So if you have to travel 50 kilometers, you're going to have to travel 50 kilometers. But you'll go 50 kilometers, and you could be going through 50,000 little micro layers. So try to remember all that I was talking about on that one. Oh yes, it's with the glamours and all that, and I can't even remember what I was bringing up on that with, but oh, I love ADHD. But with all this stuff happening, with the firing underneath of the cannons there, yeah, I want to make it different enough, but not real life enough. But yeah, oh yeah, the phone book connections, because it sparks, you travel along, and then there you go. That's traveling along the glamours to get where you need to go. And anything can be, but largely the larger it is. So, when you're going upward, because there's nothing up there that's acting as a glamour, and you have to travel via the glamours in the razor's edge, because it's otherwise undifferentiated space, and thus you are creating your own micro layer as you travel into this undifferentiated space. This is the only way to travel, is via glamour. Oh God, the ADHD is bad today. as I try to remember why I was talking about the glamours again. Oh yes, straight upward. The event horizon of the sky. Oh my God, I am so sorry. About a half a kilometer to a full kilometer up, I'm not even sure yet. Because of the fact that you need glamours to travel upward, the sky, there is no real sky. That's only half realized stuff. When you see planets, when you see a star, when you see all these things up in the sky, that's not really there. It's there in that it's affecting you. The star is shining light. You can see it rise and fall. You can see things happening in the nighttime sky, but you can't travel there. You can't go up. There is no up. You hit the event horizon of the sky when you travel upward. You actually enter into nothing. That's one of the reasons that there is no real air travel on the Razor's Edge, because of the event horizon of the sky. And the only real way to tell where it is either have things up poking into the sky so you can see where the event horizon actually is, because it cuts off the top of the post, or if you're flying, you enter into it and then you're gone. From our point of view, looking upward, if somebody was in an aircraft and they traveled up past it, we would just see them smear across the event horizon of the sky, and they would be instantly gone. So that's what happens when those mega cannons fire underneath the city. Everything that is above those in the barrels is just granulated and fired. That's an interesting set of, why didn't I do the same? Fired upward into the sky and up against the event horizon, so it just smears across the sky, making the whole place dark for about a week. If you are on the other side, if you were in the aircraft, checking my time, if you were in an aircraft that went up, you would know you were screwed when you started to see the landscape below you start to smear. You would be hosed. You don't instantly die, but you will find yourself in just darkness, looking downward between your feet, no aircraft, and just the smearing landscape as it fades and smears until you're in just darkness. And it's cold, and you're getting sleepy, until you eventually fall asleep in the darkness and the cold, and you never wake up again because you've dissipated into nothingness. There's nothing up there on the Razor's Edge. So when you go flying, be very careful. And when these cannons blast this stuff upward, all of that wreckage just goes whoosh and then smears across the event horizon. Yeah, there's huge shock waves that are blasting out windows and hurting people's ears and knocking out stuff all over the place. Even at that, though, as cosmopolitan as I talk about how Apple Rock is, because it is, for the Razor's Edge, a large place. I live in a tiny, tiny, tiny little town. There are 10,000 people in the town I live in. Apple Rock is about 25,000 people, and that's with surrounding areas. It's not big, but for the Razor's Edge, it is. So try and fit that one into your head. A large cosmopolitan area that is small, comparatively. Filled with riches, of course, and on another day I'll have to talk about that again. Past that, nothing else on my list except for a lot of stuff that I want to talk about on another day. But, of course, because I'm in such a hurry and my arm is sore again this morning, I have not been able to change these people on this list. But thank you, each and every person that is up here. Greatly appreciated. Without your people's help, each one of my Patreon patrons, and there's more than this. This is just the people I have up here. But without your help, I would be hosed like a literal Christmas monkey. So thank you for your help. Every person that has donated to my PayPal in the past, every person that has donated to my GoFundMe, thank you. It is appreciated. Definitely a thumbs up on that. Calling up my Carome, we have, if try to scroll to the top of this list, 77 Arcturus. Always good to see you in the comments. A definite good thing. Thumbs up and thank you much. Jan, greatly appreciated, and Daggerfall, awesome game. I love old games. I love these older things. I don't really want photorealistic stuff. I don't enjoy the photorealistic stuff if I'm playing like a fantasy game. I want the goofy looking retro 3D stuff. That is immersive for me. This photorealistic stuff just reminds me that it's not real. So, yay. But we have Chris Ryan, thumbs up and thank you. The Versian, I don't know how to pronounce that, but on Twitter they had said they had left me lots of comments, and yeah, lots of good stuff in here. Good comments and good information. So thumbs up and thank you. Then we have Nexar EH. Thumbs up, thank you much. I need to write you another email. I've just been so busy and everything is horrific, and unfortunately your situation reminds me so much of my wife, where it's bad for you and it's bad for everyone in the world. Nobody gets out of this one alive. But unfortunately you're having so many issues, and my wife, I had to watch her fade away. It just reminds me a lot, so thumbs up. And we have Icon Skyline. Thumbs up, thank you. Audrey Weaver, greatly appreciated. Confused Owl, good to see you in the comments. Hopefully a good thing, and hopefully we'll continue to see you. JAYY, thumbs up and thank you. Then there is CZ Mullen Dead Zombie. I don't know how to pronounce that exactly, but it says, I usually try to troll at every chance, but I'm glad to see you're doing better. Well, thank you very, very much. It is appreciated. Definitely a thumbs up. There is BAWNENT, thumbs up and thank you. And then there is Sleeveless Risk, greatly appreciated, of sorts. I mean, it was a condemnation of my old reaction videos where, because I had my undiagnosed ADHD, I had no ideas why I had to do them the way I had to do them. And the way I had to do them was to talk over the top of videos and such. So yay. And then Made in Canada, always good to see you in the comments. Definitely a thumbs up. And Forum You, yay! Hopefully I filled you up with good information there. RJ Mitchell, always good to see you in the comments. And Jesse Koskinen, thumbs up, thank you. Good to see you as well. That is it. Definitely a thumbs up. Well, I've got to edit this on my PlayStation and then have it render. I'm going to upload it when I get back from my appointment. It's almost 7:30. That's only an hour and a half from now. It takes about 20 minutes to render, half hour, 20 minutes to upload, well, 15 minutes to upload, and then an hour or more to process on YouTube side. So I ain't going to be able to get this done by the time I have to go out walking through the door. So it'll be late. Thumbs up for that. Anyway, though, I will have an update video about what's going on with my neck. If there's any real information that I'll find out. Thumbs up for that. So, yay. Still, though, hopefully you can do the things that you need to do. That would be a good thing. If you can't, don't beat yourself up. It's not going to help you do it next time. It's only just punishing yourself for no good reason. So, until we meet again, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that is indeed a very, very good thing. As I once again end this in my characteristically professional, unprofessional fashion. Which is to say I should edit these parts out, but I don't. You take care, and I'll talk to you.